Good Tuesday morning. So here we are, and nothing is really happening. I'm just waiting. And I wanted to respond to two comments. And the first one from someone who was apparently a new subscriber, and she has said bye. So I'm assuming she has left the building. And she says, and right when the world turns to crap, you want to move back to a city. Wishing you the best. Bye. Obviously, she's not watched many of my videos because no, I am not at any point moving back to a city. I am moving back to a more populated area, state. Yes, where things grow green and trees and there's water. And most importantly, if she perchance sees this, I'm moving back to my grandchildren. And they live in the mountains of Virginia. And I have lived in the mountains of Virginia. And it is a 30-minute drive, at least, to the nearest Walmart. And that's how I measure. Now, it's not that far to the nearest grocery store, a real grocery store. It's only a few miles down the road. And those miles are down a dirt road just to get to the main road. Pretty much what I'm doing here, I'll just be doing it somewhere else. And yes, I will have closer neighbors. I don't love that, but that is also temporary. That's where I'm heading. Then when I get there, I will look for the land that I want to purchase. And momentarily, I can live in my little tiny trailer. I've been in there since 2014, off and on, until I got this. And this is a shed. There was also another comment, MW4005, and she's looking for tiny homes. Well, there's a place in Tennessee, y'all, just over, not that many miles from where I'm looking to purchase land. And they build their tiny houses out of, what would you call it? Not recycled materials, leftover materials. And it's fully insulated. You can buy them off grid, and they start at, get this, $15,000. And when you move in, you've got a bathroom, a kitchen, and then, your living area, which is where you sleep and where you entertain. I also have grandsons that I am going to get them to help me build a screened porch / outdoor kitchen / entertainment, not entertainment. What would you call that? Well, a place to have company. Right now, I can have one other person in here, or I can push everybody in here and with a little bit of walk space. So I'd like to have something a little more conducive to having my 4 grandchildren spread out, and a couple of mamas or daddies and girlfriends. And there's things that I have thought of. My daughter homeschools, home educates my grandchildren, and she is in a co-op. And I am hoping that I'll be able to teach the younger ones the skills that I have with knot tying. I can teach them to knit. I can teach them to crochet. I can teach them to hand stitch and embroider. I can teach them how to make their own clothes. It's like, and no, I'm not going to make a video of it. There is some man that keeps wanting me to make videos about sewing. I only show you what I do. It is very difficult to make a sewing video that makes any sense. I watch them on a daily basis because I love watching sewing tutorials. They're all over the internet, and I love seeing the different techniques, and I see the work that they put in there. And it's not in my brain to do that. It's just not. Unless, now, hands on with little children, yeah. And I get 4 of them. I got a class of 4 right off the bat. And speaking of my grandchildren, I want to share with you my oldest grandson, Luke, was baptized this past Sunday. I'm like, oh my goodness, my grandson is now my brother. Oh, glory and hallelujah. I'm so excited about being with them. I am not excited about traveling across country with everything I own, nor am I excited about having to move more than once. I will start out in North Carolina with my oldest daughter and do things there, spend time with her. Then all of this will be moved to Virginia. This is my plan. And you know what happens with my plans. This is what I think might happen. Then I'll move everything to Virginia. And I'll be on my other daughter's property right next door to my grandchildren. And that is a temporary place because that's where I want to live. I do not want to be in North Carolina. Is way more populated. It's harder to find a place that you can afford and that is 30 miles from a Walmart. Virginia, whole different thing. It is in southern Virginia. And what I find funny, people don't realize North Carolina's in the South. Well, you realize the South begins in Virginia. And it turns out my Aunt Millie did our family tree, and my first ancestors showed up and lived in Virginia. So it's kind of like I got a little bit of roots there. So that's what's coming. The other comment that I wanted to address was about, is my baby doll for sale? And I'm thinking, you have that much money to pay me for the weeks of work? No. And honest truth, I have always been this way. I'm more likely to give it to you than I am to sell it to you. But let's see, who said that? Is it Janet? No, it's Marcia. Marcia Crow. Bless you for wanting to buy my little baby. And as you saw, she now has a little blanket. She has a big blanket, and it's a little hippified with all that fringe. But I tell you what, if I decide to sell her, Marcia, I will let you know. Right now, I'm just loving having her and enjoying making things for her. I wanted to make her a little nightie. I don't know that will happen. I have not begun the big blanket because it's going to take focus, and I am really struggling to focus on anything that I have to think about. Um, I have heard nothing from realtors or the title company. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. And what is Abba teaching me along the way? All the things. Patience, endurance, courage. Because I'm going to need all those things when I get back east. So, I love my desert home, and I would have stayed here. But I cannot and should not be so isolated from people nor my family. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening today, and that's what I'm hoping for in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I will be back on Friday with reading from the Psalms. I hope you will enjoy my upcoming videos as I get ready for whatever's next. Eek! I laugh to keep from crying and just falling down under all of the anxiety and stress. Thank you for being here, each one of you. And thank you for all your wonderful comments and promises to keep praying for me because I need it. So many of us are out here living life by ourselves. And for anyone who puts the comments down there, know that I pray for you. Even if I don't reply to your comment, I say a prayer right then. Y'all have a good rest of the week, and I will see you again on Monday and Wednesday. That's my goal. And Fridays, you don't see me, but you hear me. So, I love y'all. I love y'all. Oh my goodness.
May the road rise to meet you and the sun kiss your face. May there always be a miracle waiting just to bless your day. Life won't always hand you roses. Don't let it get you down. Keep your eyes on what your goal is and your feet on solid ground. Take this with you where you go. You are love, 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 love. You are love, yeah, you are. You are love, love.